Fellas, new draft content has dropped. That's right. Commander and Conquer is taking on Low Tier Conquest. Low Tier League. Isn't it cool? We love Low Tier. And I love Low Tier. And I love Pokemon. Smile. Anyway, no spiel. That's the spiel, actually. You got the whole spiel. Anyway, let's get on with the team. So we were lucky enough to be the first pick. So I ended up picking what I thought was the strongest mon on the board, which is Arbiter Argalade. Now, Galade, stupidly good Pokemon. Sharpness with coverage out the ass. I mean, I don't even know what else to put here. It's just, look at all there's just so much coverage. Okay, speed tier, we can fix that with agility or scarf and some other team members, whatever. But really, Galate is just going to be hitting Sharpness, Sacred Sword, and if you are not a ghost type, you die. And if you are a ghost type, good luck eating this Night Slash Lamau. But of course, what good is a strong offense if there's no strong defense? So our next pick is our first Terra Captain in the form of Tiny the Rhyperior. Terra Rhyperior is absolutely absurd, because Lightning Rod with Terra Water means we are only weak to Grass, and Grass is a very easy type to switch in on. Even if we aren't Terra Water, with one weakness, we still have Solid Rock, so we can get rid of the fact that we have two 4x weaknesses. Oh my lord. But we can get rid of them. We can make them only three times effective. Let's go. Easy peasy. And of course, Terra Fairy, Terra Dragon. All those fun defensive types, along with that absurd defensive profile of being very high in physical bull. So we can actually just invest in our Spadef if need be. But also, Rhyperior also gets an absurd amount of coverage. Not as much as Galade, but it gets what it needs to get. And of course, we can't only have a physical wall, so we have Acquiescent Hunneled, the Tentacool. A nice special wall to go with our Rhyperior's physical bull. Poison type, great thing to have. Water type, great thing to have. This gives us a spinner. This gives us. It doesn't get Scald this gen, which sucks, but it does give us Flip Turn. It gives us Haze. It gives us a knockoff user. It gives us Toxic and Toxic Spikes, I suppose. It's just a solid duo to pair with Rhyperior. But of course, we can't only have our own hazards to set up and Rapid Spin to get rid of them. We need to stop the opponent from Rapid Spinning. So we have Sokaku, our Frostlass, one of the fastest mons on the board. Not really, but we're going to pretend it is. Ice Ghost, fantastic offensive typing. 80 in bolts, so it can be mixed. I can do Shard, I have Triple Axle, I have Shadow Ball, I have Poltergeist, I have Shadow Sneak. That's a lie, I lied. Shadow Sneak. But another Haze Pokemon. This is Hex T-Wave. This is Hex Will-O-Wisp if need be. This is a Trickmon. This is Taunt. Screens, I guess. Who can? This is Spikes. This is another mon that just does so many things. Now that we have our spinner and our spin blocker, let's get us a little help for Galade with Pogby the Rabombi. Actually one of the fastest mons on the board. There are, I believe, 6 Pokemon that outspeed it that were drafted raw. Of course, Rabombi gives us Sticky Webs. It gives us a Quiver Dance potential angle if need be. It's just a solid Moonblast spammer sometimes. Another Trick Pokemon. But that part isn't going to happen that much. But, I mean, it's Rabombi. Like, it's one of the best web Pokemon. And I mean, that's what else do I even need? I mean, Shield Dust, that's cool. Like, we don't Rabombi. Moving on. So to finish off our defensive core, we have Penny, then Shaman. Shaman, of course, pairs really well with the fact the other two are weak to ground, Rhyperior, Preterra. Shaman, of course, resists it, but ground resist is really nice to have. Shaman gives us the grass type to help deal with both of Rhyperior's quad weaknesses, Preterra as well. I believe, I'm not looking at this, so I'm not gonna say 1,000%. I believe Shaman and Tentacruel actually cover each other's weaknesses almost perfectly. Outside of Shaman doesn't cover Psychic. But that's fine. But Shaman, of course, 100 in all stats, so this can be really whatever we need it for. If we need another special wall, we have a special wall. If we need some breaker with Spec Seed Flare, we can run Spec Seed Flare. This thing gets coverage because it gets EP and Air Slash and Gleam and all those fun moves. We can run Scarf Wish if we really need to get that into our Gallade. Another, like, every mon, aside from, like, Robombi at this point, as I'm sure you've seen, just sort of exists to do practically everything we would ever need it to, and then a little more. Now, of course, now that I've said that, it's time to break that train with our another defensive Pokemon. I understand there's a lot of defense happening right now, but defense is really good to have in low tier. So next we have Earthworm. Erniar Earthworm, of course. Steel type. Earth Eater is a ground immunity, because we don't have a flying type yet, so we have 2 resists, we need an immunity, nice to have. This is another Spikes Mon, this is another Stealth Rock Mon, so we don't have to run it on Rhyperior. This is just a super bulky steel to help to deal with the fairy types that threaten Gallade. I mean, it's Earthworm. I mean, like, I can body press. I can Iron Defense body press. I can coil someone. Slam, and run Slam. I guess I can run Iron Tail. But I mean, it's Earthworm. And to pair with Earthworm, say it with me, chat, another defensive Pokemon! That's right, we have Biblis, our Florges. It will be blue every week, don't worry. Florges, the special to Rhyperior's physical. That, like, we needed a little bit more special bulk going in at this point. I don't actually think we needed it, but we needed a little more special attack as well. Special attack is looking a little low. Up until this point, all of our special attack stats have been around 80. I wanted something to break 100. This gives us a nice Wish Passer. This gives us potential Calm Mind stored power that we're never going to probably use, but it's there. This is Psychic Noise. This is another Trick Pokemon, because we definitely needed another Trick Pokemon. Sometimes we just get to spam Moonblast and just kill everything. Or Alluring Voice, and just bada bing, bada boom, you're confused now, Lamowskis. It's a Florges. It's a Florges. And now we get into the fun Pokemon. The non-defensive mons. And it's a little bit of a fun guy. A girl, because we have Sparkle the Zoroark. Yeah, that's right, we got Zoroark. This mon is booty, but it's one of my favorite Pokemon. I want to use it. Let me use it. More special damage. Like I said, we were a little lacking in terms of special damage. Another hint of speed Pokemon. Not as fast as Frostlass or Bombi, of course, but 120 special attack does make it our highest special attack Pokemon as of this point. Illusion can do some trickery with how many defensive Pokemon we have. We can force some offense. We can force our opponent to make some offensive pivots while we nasty plot in their face, or trick them a lagging tail if we really want to, because we're awesome. Because we also have Trick, of course. Sometimes Specs Dark Pulse will just rip into a team. That just happens. It's rare, but sometimes it happens. Another mon that just gets a lot of coverage in the form of Sludge Bomb, Flamethrower, Grass Knot, Focus Blast, that's never going to miss, because we're awesome. U-Turn, cool move. This mon gets Burning Jealousy. I'm never going to use it, but it gets Burning Jealousy. That's awesome. Encore, very cool thing to have. I'm just going over every single Pokemon's every tool at this point. I don't know. It's Zoroark. I like Zoroark, dude. Maybe it sucks. I don't know. I want to use it. In following the trend of strong special attackers, we have Dr. Leave, our second Terra Captain, Clawitzer. This boy was super cheap for what it provides. Some teams just don't have a Water Pulse answer. Most of them do. The ones that do probably don't have a Dragon Pulse answer. That's right, we're going to Terra Dragon Pulse. If their fairy is dead, I probably just win. Oh, what's that? They have a steal? I also have Aura Sphere. Bang, 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 bang. Okay, cool. Their whole team is now dead to the power of Dr. Lee. The Hippocratic Oath means nothing. I swear to kill you and all of your friends. That's Dr. Lee saying that, not me. I'm your beloved coach. Anyway, Clawitzer, of course, also gives us, along with all the special pressure, we get Flip Turn, we get Aqua Jet. That's about it, but we can pretend there's more. U-Turn, I guess. Terra Blast if we need more coverage, which we're never gonna. Why would we need coverage? We're Dragon Pulsing. We don't need coverage in this house. We can pretend to be physical with Swords Dance. That'd be cool. Entrainment. Hold on, I'm just scrolling through this list. This thing gets entrainment. That could be silly. That could be really silly. Give something Mega Launcher that definitely won't have the ability to abuse. Really funny. Okay. Okay, yeah, hold on. I'm writing that down. Anyway, and then our final mod of the team, we have McQueen, their Carkol, 1000% honest, just wanted it so we had a second form of hazard control. Sometimes I don't want to bring Tentacruel. It'd be nice to have a second option. Yeah, Defog would have been cool, but what if I want to bring Webs and not Tentacruel? That's all I'm saying. I mean, it's not like Carkol's a bad Pokemon. I mean, it's not like Carkol's a bad Pokemon. 80, 90, 70 before Eviolite? That's pretty good. With Witch support from Florges, Leech Seed support from Shaman, this thing might actually be pretty difficult to kill. Especially because it does also get Iron Defense Body Press. So another Iron Defense Body Press mod, of course. 60 Spatak isn't a lot, but we do have Meteor Beam, which is cool. I don't know. I mean, it spikes and Stealth Rocks and another spinner. Really, Carkol was there because I had 2 points left and thought it would be nice to get a mon that would help Tentacruel alleviate some pressure, or alleviate some pressure off Tentacruel. So that's Carkol. Shout out to McQueen, Chow, and all that. And that is the team for Low Tier Conquest. Oh, I speed ran that. I didn't even mean to. I'm just kind of awesome, I guess. Of course, come on back here next week for week 1. And until then, I don't have an outro outside of that. Bye.